You don't say it out loud. Maybe you've never even put it into words. But deep down, a part of you recoils when you're surrounded by them. The herd, the masses, the crowd that moves in rhythm, thinks in slogans, believes what it's told. You play along, you nod, you blend in. But inside, something growls, a quiet resistance, a silent hatred. Not personal, not violent, just raw. Nietzsche would understand that. He would not call it cruelty. He would not call it arrogance. He would call it instinct. The instinct of a spirit that has not yet surrendered. Because to hate the herd is not to hate people. It is to hate what happens to the human soul when it refuses to think for itself, when it trades the terrifying weight of freedom for the numb comfort of belonging. Friedrich Nietzsche saw it clearly. Most people do not want truth. They want reassurance. They want permission to be small, to be ordinary, to be accepted, and the herd offers exactly that. In the herd, you don't need to wrestle with meaning. You don't need to stand alone. You just need to follow, repeat, submit, and in return, you are rewarded with applause. But it is the applause of slaves. It is the cheering of the asleep for the asleep. It is not love, it is mutual sedation. And if you are still even half awake, it will make your skin crawl. You see it everywhere. In the way people repeat ideas they've never examined. In the way they cancel truth for comfort. In the way they shame those who dare to walk a different path. Nietzsche saw this not as evil, but as weakness dressed in virtue. He called it slave morality, a morality born not from strength but from resentment, from fear, from the quiet hatred that the mediocre feel when faced with someone who refuses to kneel. The herd does not punish evil, it punishes difference. It does not celebrate excellence, it silences it, unless that excellence entertains, flatters, or serves. And if you dare to speak with your own voice, if you dare to walk away, they will not understand you. They will mock you. Or worse, they will call you dangerous. Because nothing terrifies the herd more than the one who is no longer afraid of being alone. But let's be honest, you've felt it too. The pull to belong, the urge to be liked, the temptation to blend in. You've felt the weight of solitude, the fear that maybe they're right, that maybe you're just difficult, just arrogant, just too much. But that doubt, that tension, is the proof that you have not yet betrayed yourself entirely, because deep down, you still want more than comfort, more than applause, more than the soft chains of acceptance. You want freedom, and not the kind they sell you in slogans, the real kind, the kind that demands blood, the kind that costs everything, the kind that sets you apart forever. Nietzsche didn't offer comfort, he offered a mirror. He said, look at what you are when you forget yourself. Look at what you become when you stop thinking. Look at the life you build when you chase approval instead of truth. And it's ugly, it's small, it's safe, and it's hell. He called it the last man, the man who wants only pleasure, only health, only comfort, who avoids conflict, danger, passion, who no longer climbs, no longer dreams, no longer fights, and who laughs at the one who still does. You've seen that man. Maybe you've been him. Safe, secure, bored, secretly ashamed. Because something in you knows. This is not what you were made for. You were not made to scroll your life away, to echo the beliefs of the day, to be another nameless, voiceless face in the crowd. You were made for fire, for battle, for thought, for freedom. But freedom is terrifying because it makes you responsible. It makes you sovereign. And sovereignty is not comfort. It is burden. It is solitude. It is the end of excuses, and that's why most people reject it. Not because they don't want it, but because they are not willing to pay its price. They want to be free, but still praised. Free, but still loved by all. Free, but still protected by the herd. But it doesn't work that way. Freedom is exile. Freedom is walking into the unknown with nothing but your own mind to guide you. And Nietzsche knew it. That's why he didn't write for the masses. He wrote for the exception, for the few, for the one who would read his words and feel their blood catch fire, the one who would say, yes, that's what I've been feeling. That's what I couldn't explain. That's what I've been hiding. Because the truth is, you don't hate the herd because you're better. You hate it because you know you could become it. You fear its pull. You feel how easy it would be to surrender, to join, to dissolve into the comfort of consensus, to never again feel the loneliness of difference. But you also know the cost. You've tasted what it means to abandon yourself, and you swore never again. That is why you hate the herd. Not because you've never been them, but because you were, and escaped. Nietzsche believed that man is not a fixed thing. He is a bridge between what he is and what he could be, between the animal and the Übermensch, the higher self. And most never cross that bridge. They build homes on it. They decorate it. They take selfies on it. But they never walk. They never leave the known. And so they remain, half-formed, half awake, half dead. But not you. You feel the call. Maybe you can't name it. Maybe you've ignored it. Maybe it scares you. But it's there. The pull to become, to rise, to face yourself in the full light of day and not look away. And that journey begins the moment you stop asking for permission, the moment you stop apologizing for your difference, the moment you stop trying to explain yourself to those who have never once asked a real question in their life. The herd will never understand you. That's not your failure. That's your proof. That's your badge. Because to be understood by everyone is to have betrayed something sacred. Nietzsche said, "The individual has always had to struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe. If you try it, you will be lonely often, and sometimes frightened. But no price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself. That is the path. The narrow path, the terrifying path, the only path worth walking. You will lose people. They will call you cold, arrogant, unreasonable. But what they really mean is, you are no longer controllable. And that is what the herd cannot tolerate. It is not your beliefs that offend them. It is your independence. It is your refusal to bow, your refusal to echo their insecurities back to them, your refusal to stay small so they can feel big. And that is the real danger. Not violence, not rebellion, but sovereignty. A man who thinks for himself cannot be bought, cannot be swayed, cannot be enslaved. And that kind of man is a threat to everything built on obedience. So they will try to shame you, seduce you, silence you, not with force, but with guilt, with loneliness, with the promise of comfort if you just come back. Just agree. Just stop questioning. Just be like us. But you cannot. You already know too much. You already see too clearly. You already tasted what it means to walk your own road. And no amount of applause will ever make you forget the price of betraying that. So what now? Now you climb. Now you go further. Now you let go of the need to be understood, to be accepted. Now you stop looking back, and you start building your mind, your spirit, your future, not as a reaction to them, but as an expression of you. Because the goal is not to destroy the herd, it is to leave it, not in hatred, but in necessity. You are not here to convert them, you are here to become, and becoming requires silence, space, solitude, pain, joy, discipline. It requires you to be the fire they fear and to burn anyway. And here's the irony: the more you rise, the more they will follow. Quietly, secretly, they will watch you, not because they love you, but because you remind them of what they buried, of what they lost, of who they were before the fear took over. And maybe one day, one of them will rise too, because you dared, because you didn't fold, because you chose the mountain over the crowd. That is your role. Not to be liked, but to be a signal. Not to be loved, but to be a mirror. Not to be accepted, but to be free. So when the loneliness hits, and it will, remember you are not alone. You are rare, and rare is not lonely. Rare is sacred. And when the guilt whispers, remember, they do not own you. They never did. And when the fear screams, remember, the herd is not safety. The herd is stagnation, and you were not born to be still. You were born to rise. And rise, you will, even if you walk alone. Especially if you walk alone. Because that is the only way anyone has ever become anything that mattered. So stop asking why you hate the herd. Start asking why you stayed so long. And then go, without apology, without regret, without the need to be understood. Because Friedrich Nietzsche never asked to be understood. He asked to be free. And now you must decide, will you?